we go. My upset pick of the week. Indeed it is. We'll see if my football instincts are correct. Make sure this is working before I just mute this shit. Yep, okay. We are on. Chiefs beat the Jaguars 27-20. Good effort by Jacksonville. Came up short. Taking the upset on this one. I saw that the spread was Chiefs by 8.5, and then the Jags got that field goal to close it to 7 with like 25 seconds left. That is an atrocity. So anybody who had the Chiefs minus 8.5, you got fucking robbed by a garbage time field goal. The killer of many a point spread. Oh, it's time. It's getting down to the real deal. Tomorrow's a big day, but something about this game, I just got a feeling. Just got a feeling. The Eagles deserve to lose for changing their end zone logo to a really generic-looking font. So they can get what they deserve here. I love those teams that get hot at the right time, and the Giants have done that repeatedly throughout their franchise history. Just getting hot at the right time. That's what it takes. It's not who you play, it's when you play them. And I think this is the wrong time for the Eagles to be playing the Giants for the third time this season. But the Eagles are very good. They're the 1 seed for a reason. That did not happen by mistake.
The 1 seed Philadelphia. The 6 seed New York.
Eagles get the ball first.
But something they've had a track record of doing. Of course, Brian Daboll's in his first year as the head coach. Nick Sirianni in his second. The Giants have won 6 consecutive games when facing a 1 seed in the postseason.
The Giants have won, as a franchise, 6 straight playoffs wins against the 1 seed. I'm telling you, man. Those were different teams at different times with different players, but something about this franchise. They're the most inept championship-winning franchise I've ever seen. Actually, that'd probably be Tampa Bay, but
Last year, a lot of that was him in the running game, but at this point, the total package really did everything this year as he evolved so much as a passer.
Put a ton of hard work in the offseason to become that better passer that you talked about. But the big difference is that dual threat, his ability to run, extend plays, and this offense with the unique call.
See how healthy Jalen Hurts' shoulder really is.
Does that become involved in the game plan this evening?
Okay, I told you during the pregame show, you said he's
NFC East rivalry deep in the playoffs. If the Cowboys and Eagles advance, it'd be the biggest game in division history, wouldn't it? Miles Sanders for 2.
Hurts wasn't the only key injury for the Eagles as they scuffled a little bit down the
Lane Johnson is playing with a groin injury, right? Needs surgery, but he's going to play through it.
Yeah, it's something that he actually thought about having surgery, but he wants to be a part of this team to go on this playoff push. So you know it's something substantial there. We'll keep an eye on him, see how the Giants
Didn't play last game of the year, if I remember correctly. Might have missed the last 2 games of the year.
Thibodeau has really grown here in his rookie season.
Gonna need an impact from this Giants pass rush tonight. Not getting one on this play. Going up top. Caught down to the Giants 32. Devontae Smith.
Adoree Jackson for 32 yards.
Big play.
He gets Julian Love flat-footed at the safety position. Watch him run up on number 20. He's in his back pedal. He doesn't get out of his break clean, and there's the separation by Devontae Smith for the big catch.
And you're talking about the shoulder, what's he going to look like? He's been okay throwing the ball. That's not been as much of a concern as Hurts in the running game. Good sign nonetheless. Perfect first throw from Hurts. In the flats here for
Goddard in the flat. Good stiff arm. Gain of 9, carrying 3 defenders.
Goddard's had a great season. He's got his first catch of this one. Stopped by Davis and McKinney.
Eagles making it look easy.
I feel like there's a chance that this run continues as they're completely different than the team the Eagles put up 48 against week 14. They've got all these guys.
Right now, they're looking just like the team that the Eagles dropped 48 on back in week 14, but it's early.
Offense never fails in the regular season, and having Leonard Williams in there next to Dexter Lawrence is going to be a key thing going against that Eagles offense.
Screen going the other way to Smith. Doesn't get the block from A.J. Brown that he needed. They lose a yard.
And for Jackson, that was after
Third
he missed
down.
the last 7 games of the regular season with a knee injury. How about this for a soft return, Darryl? Why don't you go cover Justin Jefferson, and he shut him down.
Had a heck of an afternoon last week, and that's going to be the challenge for this group this week. They go against the best wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson last week. Whit Martindale says now we've got to go against, in his opinion, the best duo of wide receivers with the Philadelphia Eagles.
First 1,000-yard duo in franchise history between Brown.
Wow, first time in franchise history the Eagles had 2 1,000-yard receivers on the same team. 3rd and 3. A.J. Brown, first down, gain of 4. Getting the ball out quick. And the Giants aren't getting anywhere close to him anyway.
With the Eagles, got him in a draft day trade, and he's helped transform this offense.
You give him that much space off the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what you're going to get. You can see Dory Jackson drive on the ball. It's a good play to minimize the run after catch, but a lot of space right there for an easy catch for A.J. Brown.
Into the red zone they go, and the biggest issue when they faced the Giants in Week 18 was they just couldn't finish drives.
They couldn't finish drives against the Giants' backups. Mostly backups. All their backups were mainly on offense. I think they did play some defensive starters last game of the year. Low snap. Hurts going to run. And the Giants are all over it.
And Hurts goes down with Julian Love flying over him.
Well, some good signs here. On this opening drive, we saw a zone replay that we didn't really see in Week 18. Here's another opportunity on the zone read, and he's going to run. He's going to pull and run. And now this is just being smart. I don't think this has anything to do with the injury. You've got 4 New York Giant defenders around you. Hey, I'm going to get down. We're going to get back in the huddle. We're going to call another play.
Well, if you're not, that's called survival. Lost the yard, so 2nd and 11. From an empty set.
Can they get some pressure? No, not even close.
Hurts will run. And get it about.
Hurts gets about 5 or 6 yards.
And 3rd down coming up.
Lane Johnson looks okay so far.
Just an amazing difference.
Wonder if they shot him up with what they gave Mahomes there in the second half of the Chiefs game.
I mean, he is an absolute shutdown tackle on the outside. We talk about shutdown corners. He's becoming a shutdown tackle, and you can see him reaching right there. That's the concern. I mean, the injury is still there. He's got an anchor.
Just think, Lane, there's a bye week before the Super Bowl.
Resistance to something that's coming at him full speed and driving him backwards. So how long does that injury hold up this evening?
3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Throw. He's got it.
Goddard wide open. Touchdown, Eagles. Spins out of the one tackle, gets in.
Catch, and he turns it into a score from 16.
Great one-handed catch. Who was that really hot Eagles fan? Go back, go back.
One of the things you saw last week with T.J. Hawkinson having that game that brought Xavier McKinney down to come.
Well, that was easy.
Catch by Dallas Goedert. Never breaks stride. He shook Xavier McKinney with the outbreak. You can see right there, he stumbles to the ground, but that is an excellent catch and run by Dallas Goedert.
Caps off a 5 for 5 opening drive for Jalen Hurts. Jake Elliott's extra point.
7-0 Philly. Spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. They're playing the 8 Mile song. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. There's spaghetti on his sweater already. Ma spaghetti. He was nervous, but he was calm spaghetti. Snap back to spaghetti. Oh, there goes spaghetti. It's funny how one drive can shake your confidence in a parlay. That was the first possession. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I bet on the Giants. Trying to will an upset into existence. Just to spot Philly fans. Well, I love when brands have commercials to set up their commercials you're going to see in the Super Bowl. Whopper, 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 Whopper. It's Burger King. Whopper, 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 or however those go. What's up, D-Rad? Yeah, Dallas Goedert. His parents were Dallas Cowboys fans, and that's why they named him Dallas. And then the Cowboys were going to draft Dallas Goedert, and then the Eagles heard about it and picked him just before the Cowboys. Fun fact.
By Xavier McKinney. Watch from the outside coming in. Zach Pascal. Watch this effort to get out of the way and not allow
Nice one-handed catch there. And then spin out of the one defender and get the end zone.
Dallas Goedert get that touchdown.
That offense sure looked like the offense that saw for a lot of the year from the Eagles, didn't it?
Unbelievable when they get into that rhythm, and it's just so efficient down the field. It's like a machine, and we had that game in Week 14, the 48-22 Philadelphia Giants game, and we walked away from that saying, wow, this team, you know, if you're going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, they may have to help you.
Giants set to get it for the first time. Here comes Gary Brightwell.
Good little kick return.
Just when you feel like you've got
All right, Danny Derp.
figured out, here's
I will never call you Danny Derp again if you win this game. Hell, if you win this game, I'm not calling you Danny Derp anymore.
Debut last week, moves over 300 yards passing and a couple touchdowns, and he ran for 78 in what is probably the best single game of his career.
And it's not just what he's doing from a statistical standpoint right there. He's playing a clean style quarterback. The biggest thing is the reduction in the turnovers for Daniel Jones. The other thing is him becoming that runner. And I can't wait to see when it happens early in this game tonight, when he tries to run somebody over from Philadelphia, because that really gets the
Saquon
charge
Barkley
Saquon Barkley straight
plows ahead for 4.
Stopped by Fletcher Cox and Linval Joseph, and so this offense really has hit its stride in the first year under Brian Dable and Mike Kafka.
You hear a lot of people talk about the process, but this group really has gone through that. The offensive line beat up coming out of training camp. They finally got some consistency, playing well together down the stretch. The wide receiver position in flux all season long, really solidified with some consistency the last 8 weeks of the season.
They scored 38 against Indianapolis week 17, followed that with 31 against Minnesota in the wild card round.
Now what?
Administrative stoppage. The chain broke on the line to gain equipment.
Oh no, the chain broke. The Philly fans boo. That is worth booing. We're a fucking multi-billion-dollar organization, and we're still spotting a football with a goddamn chain like it's fucking 1929. I'm a NASCAR fan. They use like an electronic grid they place with a computer over the pit road to determine if you're in or out of your pit box or not, and determine penalties and when a tire rolls out of a pit box. But the NFL, ooh, we're going to use chains.
So Cleve will have a couple of people he worked with during the year, but not everyone.
All right, so maybe you didn't actually slip him the 20.
Gee, I wonder why we haven't seen Jerome Boger's stupid ass in the playoffs. We got to go to commercial because the fucking chain broke. Really? Jesus Christ. The fucking chain broke and we got to go to commercial for it. Seen a lot of dumb shit in my life watching sports, but that one's up there. It's kind of like when the lights went off in that Super Bowl with the Ravens and the 49ers. Like, yeah, once again, multi-billion-dollar organization, but all the lights cut out. Well, yeah, I buy it. Are the chains being fixed? Are we good, NFL? Can we play a football game now? Surely they brought backup chains. Be funny if they only were like, yeah, we have to stop the game because we only brought one chain with us for each sideline. Rest in peace, the chain.
What a mess. Goes to any good at getting knots out. That looks like a worse knot.
You never know when you're going to be called in to your boss.
Like, is this fucking real? This is reality?
Early tomorrow morning. Do not wrap them like that ever again. Nothing will take.
Okay, we got the chains. The Giants had a 4-yard run. We're back at it. Jesus Christ.
Daniel Jones looks to throw for the first
Swing
time.
pass to Saquon.
Barkley, who's heavily
Got about a yard and a half.
in the wild card win, struck down by Kaiser.
Third down.
Part of this Eagles defense.
Then they're going to go incomplete, punt, back to commercial.
You talk about Russian coverage on a defense. 70 sacks. The number one pass defense in the NFL. And that's going to be the challenge for the Giants going up against this defense. They are so much better than Minnesota statistically and getting pressure on the quarterback. How does this offense for the Giants function against Jonathan Gannon's group?
They're down 4. Jones has Richie James.
Wow. Ooh, Richie James makes a man miss.
James stays
Still trying to spin out of tackles.
eventually.
Epps are trying to strip him.
So that's kind of
He gave a couple yards back, but gets a first down.
They scored 38 points against Indy. They scored 31 against the Vikings. But this is a different animal they're facing tonight. Can they do it again against Philly?
That is going to be the challenge for them tonight. And really, I think it all starts up front. They did a nice job against Minnesota, giving a clean pocket. You can see how quick the ball is coming out from Daniel Jones. But the line did a nice job with protection. Can they hold up tonight?
Takes a shot here from
Wide open.
Win a career game in week 18.
Is this going to be a shootout?
He's got 16 yards into Eagles territory.
Thought that game, Jacksonville, Kansas City, late in the game was going to turn into a shootout until the Agnew fumble.
Right, Minnesota goes down.
I'm waiting for these playoff games to explode and become like a 45-38 kind of game.
Answer right back, and this is a really nice drive going right here. That was good protection. What Philadelphia will do, they'll isolate you in those 5 down fronts, which you see right now. That means you're one-on-one across the board.
From the 42, back to Saquon Barkley. And Barkley, who's looked fresh,
Good run.
hops inside.
They really didn't use Barkley that much last week against the Vikings. It was surprising.
I mean, they're 7-2, so you couldn't hate him for it. He was carried it 22 times a game. Maybe took its toll on him. There were some injuries midway through the year. But right now, Moose, you're seeing a Barkley who is fresh, and he's benefiting from everybody else around him getting better.
I love the performance last week. You got 109 yards, 109 scrimmage yards. You're effective in the run game. You're effective as a receiver in the pass game. Going to be tough for the Eagles to defend him tonight.
Second and 5, he's got it again.
3rd and 3.
And 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Great job by Joshua. We talk about, a team like Philadelphia. That
EDP, is he watching this game?
70 sacks, so
Is he still alive?
But you watch them on film, you watch them tonight, and watch how good they are against the run. Watch how much they hustle. Joshua up the field trying to get to the quarterback, retraces back to help down that tackle.
3rd and 3. Barkley swings out.
Ooh. Jones tripped up, sacked. Just got tripped. I thought he was going to escape that.
And a team that had 15 more sacks than any other in the NFL gets its
Try a 58-yarder. I doubt it. I figure they'll punt.
It's a good job by Daniel Jones. He's about to go out. Watch
Or
him
be
do
crazy and go for it.
start to come in. That's where he gets tripped. He goes to run. I think he's going to have an opportunity to get out. Impressive for that first down marker, but stumbles over the left tackle.
offense stays on the
And they're going to go for the 4th and 8. Instead of the 58-yard field goal or the punt, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here's 4th and 8.
Oh, these Giants, they're ballsy, aren't they? Big moment early in this one.
Jones is well protected.
Uh,
Just tight and he's drilled. Riddick got there.
incomplete.
Incomplete pass, turnover on downs.
Yeah, they're lucky that's all that was a turnover on downs.
And now you're going to look and see if you've got a receiver in the area. This
Yeah,
could
I
be
think
essentially
they'll say Barkley was in the area. Or maybe not. He's in the pocket. That might be intentional grounding. I'll have to decide that during the commercial. That would just add 10 yards to the turnover on downs. That could be grounding. Not a great start for the Giants. God, that pizza commercial looks really good. Oh, it's Panera Bread. It's fucking sub. Well, it looks fucking delicious. I'm going to say that's intentional grounding. And right now, that Riddick guy for the Eagles, he was wrecking the game there for the Giants. Fly, Eagles, fly. Except I'd rather have the Giants win because I'd have a shot at some money tomorrow.
Well, Philly is king of the cheesesteak, right? Well, these Eagles are king of the sack. 70 of them this season, 15 more than any other team. Only the 84 Bears and the 89 Vikings more sacks in a season. And they're the first team, Darryl, to have 4 players with double-digit sacks in a year. Nobody had more than Hassan Reddick, who's already got 2 in this game.
And that's the problem, is the rotation. You have some teams that have an elite pass rusher, and then you've got a rotation to kind of bring in fresh bodies. These guys roll through elite pass rushers.
So they did make the changes. We went to break that it was a sack and not an incomplete pass.
They changed it to sack and not incomplete. So it's the same as grounding.
And we've got to have that
So now the Eagles on a short field.
talked about. This offense has not faced in the previous 2 regular season meetings because of guys getting in and getting healthy. They've got to come up with a big stop right here. And I think there's confidence. I think that's why Brian Dable goes for it in that situation. You know, it's a little bit risky, but you trust your defense to come out and not allow Philadelphia to go down the field for points.
Eagles run 8 plays, scored a touchdown on their first drive. They're in the Giants territory already here. Both regular season games over the Giants, they raced out to big leads. 2nd and 6. Sanders again. Patient running.
Miles Sanders, gain of 4. Jalen Smith did a good job not letting him get through.
So for Miles Sanders, his first 1,000-yard season. First 1,000-yard year for an Eagles running back since LaShawn McCoy. You got to go back to 2014 to find the last time they had a season like this.
And it's so interesting to hear. We touched on, you know, Jalen Hurts and the amount of work he put in, and here comes the quarterback.
3rd one, toss. They fake the sneak. They toss it. What a block by Goddard. Oh, man. Eagles are blowing the Giants off the ball right now on both sides.
And that's the whole issue with this style of play, right? You bring all your big bodies inside.
Offensive line and defensive line owning the game for the Eagles.
Dallas Goedert tipped it a little bit with a little bit of motion right there, but still able to get that edge and secure it.
Not a lot of fun out there for a corner. You got Dallas Goedert bearing down on you. Pancake to Dory Jackson. On the 29. Hurts underneath his
A.J. Brown's wide open. First down. Better go down. This looks like a preseason game right now. It looks like the Eagles starters are playing against the 3rd-string Giants defense, but it's the Giants starters.
Right there, but watch the little exchange of routes. So you're going to do that little in route right there, come back inside, and now you're on Jared Davis, the linebacker.
First down from the 17. Hurts pulls it, keeps it.
Spins. Damn. He ain't sliding. Gain of 9. Just inside the 10.
There's really our first indication that he's feeling better than he felt in week 8.
The Eagles going to try to send me to bed early tonight?
We talked at the top. He's not close to 100%, and you can see right there. I mean, he's so strong in his lower body that during the course of the season, when he's healthy, he's driving those defenders back.
That's been powerlifting since he was a kid and could squat over 600 pounds.
That little fucker can squat 600. It's pretty crazy.
Hands it off.
1st and goal, Eagles at the 5.
So Wink Martindale, all this on his shoulders, trying to slow this offense. And
Well, it's on his shoulders, but
from a defense that is
his offensive counterparts didn't really put his defense in a good position here, giving the Eagles the ball at midfield.
Playoff game where they were really heavy in their zone against Minnesota. Now, he's got to be very multiple today. He's got to just be moving around, giving Jalen Hurts a number of different looks so he can't settle in.
first down and goal. Sanders.
Oh, Sanders runs into a wall. Finally, some resistance from the Giants. Win it for EDP, Philly.
They can meet heavy pressure. That's just how he wants it. Hoping his offense can finish off this drive in the end zone. Talking about their issues in the red zone when they faced the Giants week 18, as Jalen Hurts wasn't involved in the running game at that point. His ability to run is such a big deal with their success down here.
Swing pass, Devontae Smith gets a block with A.J. Brown. Touchdown. Outran the other defender to the edge that wasn't blocked. Ugh. Was it time to go home yet?
In a tough spot right there, and a great throw, great location. Right here, watch Nick McLeod. He's going to cheat in a little bit. You're going to have Mel flanked. A.J. Brown's just going to go get his block on the outside with Adoree Jackson, and now he's gone. Devontae Smith is going to beat you to the pylon on that one.
Jalen Hurts 7 for 7, 2 touchdowns. And a couple of 8-play touchdown drives for the Eagles, who have quickly
14-0.
questions about whether or not they can get back to what they were doing for a lot of this year.
It's getting ugly.
The top seed in the NFC.
Great music choice. I want to be the guy at Fox that picks the songs that play them to commercial. I want to do that for every network. Right now, they're looking like the littlest Giants I've ever seen. They're kind of having their Jacksonville moment right now, although Jacksonville played much better than they have. Giants, though, it's kind of like, yeah, you made it this far. It's cute. See you next September. Tom Brady was fined $16,000 for unnecessary roughness for trying to trip Cowboys safety Malik Hooker on Monday night. Ryan Jensen was fined $8,000 for unnecessary roughness on the same play. See, I noticed Tom Brady trying to fucking kick somebody in the back of the leg.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. For all the talk from the Giants about this being a different story, they feel like they've seen this movie before. Third meeting in 41 days between these teams and found themselves in big holes in the 2 regular season meetings. 14-0 after 2 Eagles drives here.
And you just can't do that against this Eagles team because they have the ability to just turn that defensive line loose on Brian Dable's offense, and then they can grind out.
Here comes the Giants offense. Don't know if they want to come back on the field. Ooh, they almost fumbled the kickoff. And gets a really good return out of it. Good man. Oh, no, not the NASCAR ads.
The LA Coliseum under the lights. NASCAR's Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, February 5th, only on Fox, and directed by our Artie Kempner. This is a massive series right here for the Giants.
You are on the cusp of this game getting away from you. We just showed you those scores, 21-0.
Yep. We're not even at the end of the first quarter, and it feels like it's getting out of hand.
And it just you can't get out of that hole. That one came with mistakes by the Giants. This one has just been Philadelphia being incredibly efficient and earning those.
Daniel Jones trips, stays on his feet all day to throw this ball, and nobody's getting open. And he finds Breida across. What a play. That was almost really dumb at several different points, but Jones made a play. Great throw. Good patience. He certainly had time to be patient.
Daniel Jones able to extend it. Nice job by Matt Breida coming back for that. You know you're going to take the hit. Fletcher Cox is coming in. Hassan Reddick.
How about Matt Breida, by the way? Doesn't play many snaps, but that's now a big play in both games in his playoff run.
Oh! Oh! Intercepted. Gonna be an early night. Hit as he was dealing with pressure on his face. Thought he threw it low enough, but Bradbury made a diving catch for the pick. Oh.
Pretty easy one right there for James Bradbury. Not a great route by Darius Slayton.
Slayton was kind of falling down, and the defender jumped in the way.
An absolutely disastrous start for Daniel Jones and the Giants. Not James Bradbury, who, you understood budget-wise why the Giants cut him, but he's going to use that as he signs with the Eagles. He's had a great season. He's talked about this being a chance at proving him wrong. He said they didn't believe in me. I know why they did it, but they didn't believe in me. And he picks off Daniel Jones to tee up Hurts in the offense at the 46.
Anybody else watching this?
Austin Scott in there at running back. And
It was Hurts. Thibodeau shockingly didn't crush him out of bounds. I kind of expected a dirty hit there for some reason. That should end the first quarter. It's all downhill from here, right?
And prevent Jalen Hurts from turning the corner.
should be the final play of this first quarter. Dominated by Hurts and the Eagles.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Advantage is the top seed in the
Look at
NFC,
Sirianni.
and they're really you think they're having any fun?
Oh my God, Edge is coming out.
And all these folks set the link.
Yeah, my Durango. Mamba number 5. Oh, wait, I'm getting my songs mixed up. I heard a song by the band Beasto Blanco called Motor Queen, and I said, damn, they wrote a way cooler song about a car than Rob Zombie could ever hope to write. Should have went to bed after the Kansas City game, I guess. Oh, fuck. Man, that commercial, Zaxby's commercial, for some reason, really makes me want mozzarella sticks, and they don't even have mozzarella sticks. Need to go to Ruby Tuesday. They got great mozzarella sticks. Fuck off, Discord.
The Eagles on a 500-yard
I don't understand the Giants going for it on 4th and 8 in the first quarter. I really don't.
Yeah, just make a mistake again, and you can't do that.
Trying to give the game away.
They're too talented. You've got to play a near perfect game. You had the 4th down out near midfield that gave him a short field, and then the interception to start this drive.
Speaking perfect, Hurts was in that first quarter, completed all 7 of his throws. He's on the move.
And they got Hurts off the mark there.
Completion.
Hey, 3rd and 8.
That Giants sideline, Christina Pink.
Well, yeah, following that last Eagles touchdown, some tense conversations on the Giants sideline. Xavier McKinney gathering the defense together, telling the guys right now it's about us. He shoot away the boom mics and the cameras. You see Wink Martindale got in there towards the end. They are certainly frustrated, talking to several members of that secondary in warm-ups. They felt like they were ready. Let's see if they respond here.
They're at 3rd and 8 here. This is where the Giants usually, you always know they're going to come after him. Look like they will here. And they
False start.
this is moving up front.
Break for the Giants. Here's where Hurts throws deep and A.J. Brown's wide open or Mosses somebody.
Full start. Offense. All the linemen except for the center.
Everyone but the center, baby. We finally got it.
I never like when they pick out just one guy, and clearly it's all of them. Good work there, Cleve Blakeman. Call a spade a spade. That nets it up 3rd and 13.
Everybody moves left the center, but it's actually the center's fault. I don't know how they let him get away with it. Right. They with the ball.
Yeah. It's the all-pro Jason Kelsey. Tootsie here for New York. Different look. And they rush only 4. So 7 in coverage against
Pressure gets through. Hurts racing Thibodeau to the sideline. Incomplete.
Chased by Fabian Moreau.
The Giants made a stop. Disaster averted for now.
Well, that's a great sign, and you can see just the difference on that snap prior to that the false start. The Giants are going to bring pressure, bring a lot of pressure. And then on that one, as you pointed out, Joe, just 4 down linemen. And there's Leonard Williams being able to get through in that situation. That's what you're going to have to be able to do consistently tonight to be able to slow this Eagles offense down, is be able to drop 7 in coverage and still get effective pressure with those 4.
First punt of the game, Brett Kern. Some contact after he let it go. A fair catch taken by Richie James back at the 8-yard line. Now this is State Farm.
Ooh, thank you, State Farm.
An interception, which early in his career, it's like, yeah, that's Dana Jones, but this year he's been a completely different guy when it comes to taking care of the football. He was tied with Jalen Hurts for the fewest turnovers of any full-time quarterback.
And not just his interceptions, but his protection with the football inside the pocket has really improved as well. And it's one of the things that Brian Daboll is really, really good at, is getting that message across, creating that style where you don't expose the quarterback to those hits, where you're giving up the opportunity for a turnover.
Drive starts at the 9-yard line. Hand it off to Barkley.
It's a quarterback run for maybe a yard. American hero Brandon Graham. I call him that ever since he stripped Brady late in that Super Bowl.
Pick in 2019, did some good things his first few years, but when there was injuries around him, his own injuries, getting sacked more than anybody, just never really blossomed. And then we're talking about the turnovers. Turn it over more than anybody in the NFL his first couple of years. Only 8 of them in the regular season. He leaves the game here after he's tackled by Graham.
What's up with Jones?
And so Tyrod Taylor's got to come in.
He hurt his hand,
Looks like he's maybe dealing with a contact issue.
or his contact lenses came out.
The veteran Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's in the game for the moment.
Timeout. Let's take a look.
God, nothing's going right for the Giants. Oh yeah, his contacts came out.
Gosh, what a shock. The contact was right on his face mask. Get the solution. And you get this grass off this thing.
I don't like contact lenses.
Playoffs. How about trying to put a contact
Ugh.
Everybody watching, everybody needing it back in there.
That would explain some of those turnovers early in his career. His contacts must have fallen out on those plays.
Yeah, give it a new meaning here.
Had to waste a timeout on that.
Over the middle, Richie James.
Richie James making a play again. Gain of 5, 3rd down.
Gardner Johnson. How did the Eagles pull off a trade for Johnson? How did the Saints let this guy go?
I have no idea, because now when you come into that nickel situation, he's actually...
Tell you how they let him go. The Saints suck. That's how.
With Avonte Maddox out of the lineup, and you got a guy that can go down and cover in the slot, play the deep half. It just... I have no idea. There's a couple moves that Philadelphia was able to pull off. How do you get in Dominican Sullivon Joseph in the middle of the season?
Gardner Johnson trade one of the best this year. Third down and
Blitz.
bringing pressure outside.
First down at the line to gain, I do believe. Like I say, he juggled and didn't possess it until he was short of the first. Wow.
Already got the interception. Big tackle.
Inches. Oh, I dare you to go for it.
Here, do you?
No,
I dare you.
Midfield, you can't start chasing it. And James Bradbury, wow, he's doing a great job right now. He's trusting his eyes. You can see him right there playing it, reading back into Daniel Jones, and he's just jumping things.
I thought he caught it at the line to gain, but then you can see he kind of bobbles it.
There's no forward progress because he bobbled the football.
And then when he regains possession, he's almost a yard short. And the Giants will punt.
All right, so the punt team
Let's not dig this hole any deeper.
some room.
Although I was fascinated by the thought that they might try to get out of that.
Rugby star Jamie Gillen. Britton Covey,
Not a good punt,
fair catch, makes it at the 37.
but they force a fair catch.
It's our first couple punts of the game, and the Eagles back on offense when you come back. On Thursday night before Super Bowl 57, the NFL's brightest stars will be recognized for the best plays and moments from the season. Tune into NFL Honors Thursday, February 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC and NFL Network. Jalen Hurts' name will be spoken a time or two that night. One of the lead candidates for MVP and playing like it's
Spoiler alert, it's going to be Mahomes, not Jalen Hurts.
Drive begins
I'm
with
sorry.
Sanders run.
He's the second Eagles quarterback in the last 5 years to get robbed of MVP by an injury.
And it's not
First
just
down
what
run by
Jalen Hurts
Well,
does
gain of
in the
9 by
quarterback
Sanders.
run game, it's also what he does to the defense. I mean, what Miles Sanders now, with his stats, when Jalen Hurts is in the lineup, are so different. Great patience right there, going straight down the line. Jack Stoll does a great job, 89. You see Landon Dickerson right there, getting Leonard Williams out of there. Dexter Lawrence not in the lineup right now, catching a little bit of a breather on the side.
And so back-to-back plays, they go.
Sanders pops a big run.
Is missing. And back-to-back big plays as Sanders rips off 11 more.
Jason Kelsey, he's just such a great leverage player. He's a little bit undersized, but you rely on your savvy and your leverage. Watch what he does right here to Justin Ellis. That's a big man. I mean, he just picks him up and gets him on his back.
It's a 5-time All-Pro. Wink Martindale, the D coordinator for the Giants, says this guy should be talked about in the same breath as like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Patrick Mahomes. One of the greatest centers ever to play the game. There's an injured player. We'll take a break.
And back to long, boring commercials we go. Damn, nobody's interested in this game. Although, your lack of interest is definitely being justified. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, are they going to send EDP a ring? Okay, can we get back to the game now?
That's the left guard Landon Dickerson, who walked off under his own power. He'll be replaced by Andre Dillard, who's an experienced player himself. Plugged in at left guard. He goes on the move again on the ground on this drive so far.
All right.
From the 42-yard
At the
line,
Giants 42.
They keep it there.
Sanders.
Into the arms of Jalen Smith.
We're almost 4.
The effect of having Hurts in the running game, and not just what he produces, but how
This
much
game would be
easier
moving
it
by
makes it
quickly
for everybody else
if we didn't have to do
around.
stupid shit like go to commercials for broken chains.
Jobs 10 times a year when Jalen's in the game, and look at the difference with Jalen Hurts versus without in the run game.
True 11 versus 11 football. It changes your gap responsibilities. You're probably playing a step slower. And what a great job of the play calling. With Dexter Lawrence out of the lineup for 2 snaps, 2 inside runs by the Philadelphia Eagles. So smart knowing their big nose tackle was out of the lineup.
2nd and 6.
Sweep with Sanders. Another first down.
Miles Sanders putting together a nice first half. 9 more here.
Again, it's Jason Kelsey. You know, now he's pulling.
Shout out to the guy. Was that a Jason Avant or a T.O. jersey? We'll never know. Couldn't see the back of it.
Andre Dillard gets the block. Look at how athletic he is right there. The adjustment to get around the outside.
Well, if it ain't broke, give it to him.
Well, that time they stand Sanders up. They still got 3.
In that matchup week 14, they ran for 253 yards. Sanders had a career game himself. He had 144 that. The Giants just had no answers on that day.
And that's why this offense is so difficult to defend, because you've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and all these playmakers on the outside. But if you want to pack it in and get physical and run the ball, that's what this offense is capable of doing.
So we've seen him go 400 passing yards one week, 300 some rushing yards the next week. 2nd and 8 here.
Another big run. Well, not. It was almost going to be a big one. Dexter Lawrence snatched him up, but he still gained about 5.
They just get so much movement at the point of attack, and it's right now it's Big running lanes inside for Miles Sanders.
Well-deserved rest here. 6 plays on this drive, and it's been 6 runs for Sanders. Boston Scott comes in for...
It amazes me how long Boston Scott and Miles Sanders have been on this team. Eagles have a lot of holdovers from the previous regimes, plural. Hurts going to keep it, gets the block. Easy first down to the 13.
This is just really well blocked. Dallas Goedert does a great job on the outside. Devontae Smith, I just really like how the wide receivers play. Watch number 6 coming in from the left right there. He gets the safety. That allows Dallas Goedert to get outside on the guy that was in coverage on him. It's stealing. You're getting out in space. And Jalen Hurts, he can get a big positive gain without taking any contact.
Goedert's had a couple of key blocks in this game. Picking on corners.
Don't forget how close we were to having all 4 East teams make the playoffs, which was unheard of.
Here's a toss-up.
Right over the middle. And Goddard spinning out of tackles again, got down to the 2. I thought he was going to tiptoe into the end zone.
Already has 1 touchdown, and he almost got another there.
He's been that energy guy for the Eagles on this one, just running that little arrow route back inside. And boy, Xavier McKinney's had his hands full with Dallas Goedert down in the red zone.
Landon Dickerson, by the way, already back in the game at left guard.
First and goal at the 3.
Boston Scott. It's been a giant
High snap.
his career, trying to do it to him one more time.
Touchdown, Boston Scott.
Is in. Boston Scott.
Lost him in the pile there, and
Against the Giants.
see him pop up at the goal line.
Funny that a guy at 5'6"
20-0 with an extra point on the way.
against the Giants, the true Giant Slayer.
Really nice job. Watch him start off to the right, and then he get a little bit of a jump, but you got Jalen Smith standing there right in the hole unblocked, so he's got to go back to his left, and he's able to find...
Right there, elbow down, right on the goal line.
So Boston Scott now
Says
has
in.
19 career touchdowns. 11 of them have come against the New York Giants. That's the highest percentage of a player's touchdowns against one team in NFL history. Of course, all the minimum supply. Confirming this upstairs, but it sure did look like Scott got in. There's the confirmation. Here comes the extra point from Jake Elliott.
Trying to read that look on Dayball's face. I don't really know what he's thinking. 21-0 halfway through the second quarter.
It has been all Eagles trying to beat the Giants in Philadelphia for a 10th consecutive time. They ride the back of Miles Sanders. Finished off by Boston Scott. And Sirianni's team flying.
It's hard to mute Van Halen. Need a fair use timer. You know, it's like 30 seconds you can play of a song or a movie or something. Doesn't look like I'm getting any money this week. That Papa John's commercial looks good. friend who's a Giants fan. Not the stupid twat on my Facebook that's a Giants fan. No, I actually have a friend who's a Giants fan. He messaged me before the game, and I was like, well, I'm kind of pulling for you. I bet on you. Boy, I've been made a fool of. Whiffed on this one.
Rihanna returns at the Apple Music Super Bowl 57 halftime show.
Well, good for her.
February 12th.
She bringing that hilarious hairdo with her?
21-0. Eagles in front. They're going to run out of all the fuel for this pyro. The Boston Scott, it's almost like they're just rubbing it in at this point. You know, we're going to do a Boston Scott another touchdown against the Giants. Touchback, drive to start
21-0.
And tomorrow night, it's the premiere of Fox's new crime anthology series, Accused. A new case each week, a different defendant, and an unpredictable story, boasting an all-star cast. Accused series premiere tomorrow after the NFL on Fox.
Well, could it started off any worse for the Giants, Joe? No. I mean, the one thing that you can't let happen is Philadelphia get out to a lead like this, because that is how this team is built. You know, you get in front with a lead, and you're in trouble against the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see how Daniel Jones, see if this offense can start digging out of this hole.
It's already going to be tough to play here. Now this crowd feeding off of this hot start, too.
Toss it to Barkley. Nowhere to run.
Trapped in the backfield by Reed Blankenship. Has gotten an opportunity because of the injury to Gardner Johnson and his undrafted rookie.
A great night to be a Philly fan.
You got to go down and get Jones.
Andreas, where are you?
Blocking,
My Gotham Knights partner, where could he be?
That's a big defensive end. Josh Sweat is the one that disrupts the whole thing. He gets in everybody's way. And Josh Feliciano's pulling out. He's supposed to be able to get around that edge and get downfield and block, and he can't get past Darius Slayton's guy.
Lost 4, 2nd and 14.
Nope. Good sack avoidance there. Runs and gets hit for a gain of a whopping total of 3 yards, set up 3rd and 11.
Just the speed, and it's not the guys up front. I mean, they get the quarterback flushed, and then as he starts to scramble, I mean, how many times did we see Daniel Jones making plays last week once the break broke down, or was it called quarterback run? Look at the speed and the convergence right here by that Eagles defense.
And the Eagles on the year, one of the weak spots has been containing scrambles. They've not been very good. Nothing for Jones to scramble with tonight.
Avoids the sack. Reddick all over him, throws it up. Out of bounds, nobody home. 4th down.
Hit him a couple times, and it's a 3 and out.
When you have 70 sacks, and the majority of those are from not
28-point lead incoming.
Great secondary behind you. Daniel Jones has nowhere to go, and last week against Minnesota, that ball was coming out fast. He's trying tonight. He's trying to get it out quick, but there's just nowhere to go with it.
Another punt for Gillen.
I dare you to run a fake.
Retreats inside the 30-yard line. Now, they first met up in 1933. These teams, these fans don't like each other very much. It's the Eagles fans that have had plenty
21-0 with 5:47 to go in the half. Who are the 2 people sitting in the stream listening to this crap? you guys know Jesus was a refugee? That's what that commercial says. Oh yeah, everybody's so pumped to watch the USFL. Wonder why they don't talk about that on Undisputed. This season, in the 3 games, the Eagles have outscored the Giants 61-7 in the first half. Stay tuned, there may be more added to that total. Starting right now.
This is the 3rd game against the Eagles this year and the 3rd huge hole.
And when you look at this on paper, and everybody will say, well, you know, the game was never played on paper, but the talent discrepancy between the Eagles right now, year 2 Nick Sirianni, and year 1 Brian Daboll for the New York Giants, it is a different kind of situation where you're going to have to be perfect, and they have been far from that to start this game.
Back to Sanders. Getting help from his friends. They're still going. Don't blow that dead.
It's 5 or 6. They won many weapons on this offense. And this team that has won 14 games, most wins in the NFC, most wins in franchise history. They set a franchise record for points in a season. And had 3 players go over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. The first 1,000-yard duo in franchise history. We mentioned Miles Sanders, first 1,000-yard rusher in 8 years. And the numbers for those guys so far tonight. Second and 5. Sanders again. A lot of room. First down.
Oh, dear God. They got no answer for Miles Sanders.
Got him after 15.
This is the threat that Jalen Hurts puts on you, because you just get caught in a tough spot. Watch 55 comes up, I'm going to play it. He still can't really find the ball. And when he realizes that Miles Sanders has it, he's already outflanked. He's going to be around the corner.
8 of the last 11 plays for the Eagles have been runs for Sanders, so he
Now Hurts takes it. Slides down, gain of 4.
Gain of 3.
That's going to be the big thing right there. At 21-0, you're playing smart again, but I still think that question is going to linger as the game goes on. You know, how good does he feel? I mean, if you're going to share that, listen, I'm not 100% right now, and it does bother me, but I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do everything I can because we got to get this done. But you're going to see some plays like that where you know it's in the back of his mind. So he's still not, you know, able to play where he was when this team was rolling during the regular season.
At this point, it hadn't mattered. Scott has a hole.
Big run for Boston Scott. It doesn't matter who the running back is. Doesn't matter if Hurts keeps it. The Giants are fucking lost.
It's amazing. They're just getting everybody on the down lineman. Watch everybody just kind of push to the right. Jalen Smith, 54, is going to come up. You got to make the tackle. You're in the whole one-on-one with Boston
Jalen Smith missed that
So
one.
you got to make that tackle. Your guys in the defensive line have eaten up all those offensive linemen. Nobody got to the second level to block you, so you got to stop Boston Scott.
129 rushing yards for the Eagles in this first half. Right at the
Sanders has 74 by himself. Pascal, gain of 4.
That involved during the regular season, but he's going to catch for a gain of 5 here.
And that was one of the things, you know, we're trying to get an idea how we think the game is going to go. And that was one of the things we talked about. Hey, this Philly offense, you know, if they're not at 100% because Jalen Hurts is not at 100%, they're going to see this Giants defense that they haven't seen during the regular season. I mean, you know, Leonard Williams is going to be in there. Xavier McKinney's going to be there.
By running the ball so well themselves, they've neutralized the Giants' run game. The Giants are not on the field, and they're going to be down by 4 scores.
I get the sense that they hear all that. They've heard all that stuff.
The Giants need to run the ball to be good. I think that, batted up, and still almost caught. There was an opportunity for the Giants that passes them by. Yeah, I can't say shit to the Giants. I picked them in the upset, but oh boy, can I have that one back?
It's almost like the Eagles have said, come prove it.
3rd and 6. There's a chance to make a stop.
6 years.
Put a Band-Aid over this cancer.
Injured hand. The club to knock it down.
And just see if this defense can get something. I mean, Dexter Lawrence was such a force in that Minnesota game. You know, can this middle of this defense?
3rd and 6.
You know,
Play clock. You got to take a timeout. Timeout.
in the game today.
I was going to say, don't count out a run here. The Eagles have ran the ball so well. 3rd and 6. They can afford to run it. And then stuff it on the 4th and short if they don't get the first down. I figure they just take the points right now, though. They're controlling this game. They don't want to give the Giants any hope or momentum whatsoever.
Have taken a lot of these questions, and I mean, we figured it'd kind of be a feeling out process throughout the game to see those questions answered. Right from the first drive, they're like, check that box, we're just fine.
Everything that we looked at that could potentially squeeze this game to be more competitive. Exactly what you said. They just checked the box. I really think the big one for me was the run by Jalen Hurts in the red zone. And then you started to see him get smart. But when he has to, if he has to, he will run the way he ran earlier in the season. So that to me was a really big indicator that this offense is going to get back on track right now. But I have been so impressed how they have handled Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence inside.
So let's see here on 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun.
Monte Smith gets the first down. Stumbles his way to a first down. If he didn't stumble, he'd have got a lot more out of that. 2-minute warning.
Yeah, but just look at all the
What a play call.
there. I mean, you get that, and you're just going to come out. And
Yeah, if he doesn't stumble, he gets a lot
your
more.
skill players on the outside, away from all those bodies walked up on that pressure. And even Jalen Hurts kind of escapes to the right a little bit more to help himself out.
Down to the 2-minute warning in this first half. Philadelphia trying to add on to this 21-0 lead in the divisional round over the Giants.
Wanted to see some good foosball tonight. I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow. Romo's going to be coming in his pants during that Cincinnati game. I mentioned earlier in this stream that the spread for the Chiefs to beat the Jaguars was 8.5, and then the Jaguars got that garbage time field goal to make it a 7-point game. Wah, wah, wah. So the Jags covered. Started my day today playing some Kill 'Em All. I played Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen, and Motor Breath, and then I get to jump in the fire, and I'm like, you know what? I suck too much to play this song. Come on, Eagles, punch it in. Let's see this score get really out of hand.
It has been dominated by the Eagles in this first half.
Make an early knot for me.
10 at the 26-yard line. A fake to Sanders.
In and out of the hands of A.J. Brown.
Jackson. Jalen Hurts, impressive first half. Pam Oliver, you got to spend some time with Jalen yesterday. What was the mindset coming into this one?
Incredible mindset, and boy, is he ever tough-minded. He told me that all eyes are on me all the time. It never takes any extra bit of energy trying to be something that I'm not. I'm going to try to go out, be what I'm called to be. That's to be the leader and quarterback for this team. At times, he said it's going to take everybody's best if we're going to take care of the New York Giants.
He fulfills a lot of the very best cliches about a football captain.
Screen. Nobody out there to stop it. 3rd and about 1.5 yards now.
First one there, he's the last one to leave. He's the hardest worker. All football all day.
And they're just doing a great job on the outside with the wide receivers, giving their guys some extra space. And yeah, when you watch that Week 18 game against the Giants, and it wasn't just Jalen Hurts. I mean, this whole team was out of sync. And so they've come in tonight, and everything is firing on all cylinders right now.
Bet they run it here.
Now 5 passes in a row. 3rd and 1.
One way or another. Yep, and the Giants come up to play it, and it's still not enough. First down at the 11. Why isn't the clock running? Oh, the Giants took a timeout. Well, the Giants get the ball to start the second half. They might be able to squeeze in a possession here. And at this point, it's obvious they're going to need every single play, every single possession they can get. Still not going to be enough.
Kelsey's just been phenomenal to start. And Isaac Seumalo, I don't know if we talk about him enough when we do Philly games. 56, the guard center guard area has been outstanding in this first half.
One of the best O-lines in the NFL all season long. Anchored by that man in the middle and Jason Kelsey. Paving the way so far tonight for whatever the Eagles have wanted to do. And it has felt again like it did Week 14 in New Jersey. 16 first downs for Philly to just 3 for New York. And you saw Brian Dable using his second time out there. Desperate to get the ball back to get some points before halftime. Toss, Sanders. Williams is waiting for him this time.
Trying smart play call by the Eagles there. Get the Giants to burn that last time out.
Gives us a chance to check in with Kurt.
Next show coming up on the Verizon halftime show. The guys will break down the first half of your game. Plus, TB12 will have highlights of the Chiefs win over the Jags.
Kurt, you said TB12 is here?
I met Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, the OG TB12.
You'll see at the half. He's right.
When Gronk's not pumping the iron, he looks like a meth head.
Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, who is as well respected as any O-line coach in the league.
Unbelievable. I actually had the opportunity to be with Jeff Stoutland when he was at Syracuse University back in the late 80s, and just been great to watch his career grow and blossom, and considered one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL. And he's just got a fantastic group, and not just those 5. Done a nice job. He grinds these guys. He's out here pregame working them out to get some extra snaps.
2nd down and 8, 12th play of this drive for the Eagles. Hurts looking to throw. Dumps it Gainwell incomplete.
Ooh. And there's a first down Eagles off a personal foul. I don't know if that could have been avoided, but the defender was just desperate trying to make a play. You see the score, you see why.
I understand, sometimes you think maybe that was it thrown backwards? I don't know. I'm gonna go up there and get the ball.
Leading with the head, so it is a foul. Just missed him with the helmet.
What's your take on this one?
Good call, Dean.
We're having a hard time getting Dean's mic going. Dean, what's your take on that one?
Yeah, they called it a late hit because it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
The question I had was the defender there, 57, was he pushed by the the offensive line.
First and goal, Philly.
There, but it ends up being a 15-yarder, half the distance in that situation.
And instead of third down, it's first and goal. At the 5 with a minute 33 to go in this first half.
Goddard in the open field. Good tackle by Love on the edge. Brilliant tackle. Run the clock all the way down, Eagles.
He didn't make the tackle. Nobody was good.
Yeah, coming all the way from center field at that safety position.
Goddard slipped out a couple of these earlier.
Times tonight, able to break tackles and extend.
I just said that, Moose.
Nice job by Julian Love on that.
Here's what Dean was talking about. Did he get pushed into him? Jason Kelsey there. You could definitely make that argument. Under a minute. Second and goal. A juggle of the snap.
Hurts going to keep it and beat Jalen Smith to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. 5 drives, 4 touchdowns.
What a machine. What a machine this Eagles offense is.
And there is where it is so.
One of these teams definitely does not belong in this game, and it's the stupid team that I decided to risk a parlay on.
A little bit easier. The hardest thing was securing the snap. And you had Jordan Mailata.
Jalen versus Jalen.
Was not even involved in the play because it looked like he had
The younger, quicker one won that battle.
So
And the Eagles are going to go for 2?
And it's still kind of a walking touchdown for Jalen Hurts.
This is an odd call.
27-0 Eagles.
Going to go for 2.
More and more in the NFL, you see situations where, like, wait a minute, it doesn't seem like a 2-point situation.
Nah, they're just going to try to get them to jump and get to the 1, and if they can't get them to the 1, they're going to call timeout and kick the extra point. No. Who was Sirianni cussing at somebody just now? He turned around and said, I know what the fuck I'm doing. They weren't going to go for 2. They were going to try to get them to jump, and then if they got it to the 1, they'd go. Now they're just going to kick the field goal. You got those timeouts. There's only 40 seconds left in the half. You might as well use one. Not a bad move there by Sirianni. Just didn't work, but no harm, no foul.
Against Chicago. And the next 2 plays were passes. And we saw no indication about the injury impacting his throwing. So I always felt like the throwing part of this comeback was going to be okay. There's the big one right there. Yeah, that was the play where you really, okay, he's feeling it tonight. He feels much better than he did in week 18. And if this run game, the quarterback run game, gets back to the level it was earlier, this is a scary team.
28-0. 43 seconds left in the half. Giants have no timeouts. They get the ball to start the second half. We'll hang around. We're not going anywhere. Saw last week a team came back from being down by 27, so, I mean, you never know. But I doubt that happens tonight. Certain teams you just know really aren't going to be that vulnerable to giving up a big lead. The Eagles are one of those teams. The Chargers, on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, they're vulnerable. They'll give up a fucking lead in a second. Ew, it's a KFC commercial. Fuck KFC with their dry, flavorless fucking chicken. I'll keep going to Bojangles and Zaxby's if I want real chicken. We don't have a Church's or a Popeyes near here.
28-0 lead.
So fuck KFC. We need a fucking Popeyes.
Been on his feet cheering for much of the night. Pretty much the whole game has been played in the Giants' half of the field.
It's unbelievable how this field has tipped here in the first half. Everything has just gone the Eagles' way, and let's think forward. Now, we've had some great comebacks here. You know, in Wild Card Weekend, you know, the Bills got out to a big lead over the Dolphins. The Dolphins made that tight. We remember what the Chargers and the Jaguars game became last Saturday. So you're not seeing anything right here. But if Philadelphia continues to play at this level and the Giants can't come back into this game, you also have the opportunity to get Jalen Hurts off the field and even help him a little bit more.
Really benefiting from that bye week last week.
See what can go wrong for the Giants with 43 seconds and no timeouts. But down by 28, you pretty much have to be aggressive.
NFC head coaches in new skills challenges in the first ever AFC versus NFC flag football game. Sunday,
unless the Eagles want to get a pick 6 and then let the Giants come back and win to knock the Falcons Super Bowl out of top 5 biggest playoff comebacks. Hey, there's Eli. Can he play in the second half?
I told myself I was never going to go back to a game there once I was done playing. is too good a chance.
Danny Derp escaping the pocket.
Chased by Reddick.
Runs away from Reddick.
Making hay on the ground.
Gets a good 8 yards and out of bounds. 35 seconds.
When you have 70 sacks during the course of the regular season, everybody's going to talk about your defensive line, but I've been impressed this first half here by the secondary of the Eagles. That's why the ball is not coming out. The one time you tried to hit it on timing, James Bradbury was fantastic, seeing it, jumping it, getting the interception. This secondary for Philadelphia has been outstanding this first half.
Man, it's just a dynamite marriage. That pass rush and those two shutdown corners. Top pass defense in the league. Jones scans.
Giants receivers are just not winning down the field, and it's making Jones stand in the pocket, hesitate. Even on the plays where the Eagles are not getting pressure, the coverage is giving them time to get pressure.
And everything is
They're just not winning down the field, and they're certainly not winning at the line of scrimmage.
Watch 32, he's going to drive on it right there. Gets the hand to knock it away.
The receiving core that you touched on, Darryl, was one of the big reasons for the offense emerging. Only has 3 catches in this first half.
Jones on the run, throws it away. 25 seconds and a timeout, and the Giants will have to punt to the Eagles. The Eagles have the timeout. They won't have to use it to force a punt here. The Eagles might, if they get lucky, can steal another 3 before the half, I think.
We should have somebody on 94. I know you're moving to the right, but he's awful athletic. He's going to run you down.
Not been a fun half for Daniel Jones. 6 for 10 for 57 yards. He threw for over 300 last week. Jones been a busy guy in the first half. Almost got to that. Covey.
Fair catch at the 20. 17 seconds and a timeout. Run a draw.
Rise at halftime coming up shortly.
Aim it for the sideline to hop out of bounds. You get about 10 or 15 yards. Although Sirianni's taking his headset off, so he looks like he's heading in.
Absolutely dominated this game. 260 yards for the Eagles to just 64 for the Giants. And the only way to beat the Eagles when they were full strength during the regular season was to possess the ball for a crazy amount of time. Washington had it for more than 40 minutes. Saints did it against a diminished team.
And they're going to take a knee and go to the half. 28-0. And as soon as the half hits, I'm going to hit the bathroom. Unbelievable.
After 30 minutes in Philadelphia, the first half stats are brought to you by Tubi. Taking a look at these 2 quarterbacks. Daniel Jones came in hot.
Daniel Jones with a quarterback rating of 36. Hurts 129.
How effective he'd be. Well, a couple touchdowns passing and 1 on the ground. Through with a half in Philly. Stay tuned for the Verizon halftime right after these messages.
All right, I'll be right back. Hang with us. the halftime, and I think the halftime show of this game might be the most entertaining part when they show the highlights of the Chiefs game.
Halftime lead they've ever had in franchise playoff history. Jalen Hurts touchdown run made it 28-0 as they lead the New York Giants in this divisional matchup. Gronk with us for the halftime show. And Jimmy, Jalen Hurts has been the man from the get-go in this game.
The big question going into the game was, how was his shoulder? Well, let me tell you, his shoulder is fine. You know, he started out here, the very first pass of the game to Devontae Smith for 40 yards to set up the first touchdown. Then he takes the ball on the read option, runs the ball, lowers the shoulder, a very physical run, showing that the shoulder was fine. Then he throws to Goddard, takes it to the 1 yard line, setting up another.
So if I'm correct, it'll be Eagles-Niners next week. If I'm correct tomorrow.
Looks like it did before he was hurt.
That's a hell of a clash.
Gronk, he's been a big part of this team in the first half.
Yes, let's talk about Dallas Goedert. What a first half he is having. Let's check out his first catch now. He leaks out.
Gronk does the fake excited TV guy shit not so well. Let's talk about this.
Not just two guys, takes three guys to bring a gut down. God, do I love that. And then one-on-one right there. Makes a one-handed catch and gets into the end zone with his physicality. And he's not just great in the pass game, he's also great in the run game. Pancaking the DB right there. He has breakfast tomorrow. It is served. He deserves some serve, baby.
That's doing it, Gronk. Yeah, we talked about the matchup, Philadelphia's defensive front versus this offensive line being a mismatch, and it materialized in the first half. Here, 4th and 8, Reddick loops around 2 defenders, sack again. Now 1st and 10, C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes on the blitz. They're playing zone. Bradbury jumps the route. It's an interception. It's a mismatch when you get down 1/3 and long, 2nd and long, and now you're down by a big score. It's tee-off time.
Yeah, they've run twice as many plays as the Giants in the first half, have 4 times as many yards in the first half, and there's still another half to go. We'll talk more about the second half and the other playoff teams. Stick around.
Let me go let the stupid dog in. Come back and watch a little more of this drubbing.
It's the Kansas City Chiefs hosting.
There you go. Here's your Chiefs highlights.
Patrick Mahomes looking to go to the AFC title game for the 5th straight season. Some bad news, though. In the first quarter, he goes down with a bad ankle injury. They wound up taking him out of the game for the rest of the half. He was frustrated, but they did put him back in the second half, and he threw one of his 2 touchdown passes to Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs win 27-20. They left into the
What an
AFC
awkward
title game
name.
on
Marcus
Valdez
Scantling.
Don't worry about Kansas City.
That's a lot of syllables.
Patrick Mahomes got x-rays. X-rays were negative. He left the stadium. He didn't even have a walking boot on. And that is a good sign. It's his right ankle. It's his push-off. But this guy's so used to doing this, that he doesn't have to necessarily have a great right ankle. He'll be ready to go next week.
All right, that's one of the 2 games that happened today. Tomorrow, 2 more playoff games come your way. And on Fox, we've got the big NFC matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Michael, that should be a good one.
Yeah, that should be a great game, Kurt. And I think it'll be all about, defense. How do you protect your quarterback? Brock Purdy being a young guy, inexperienced in the playoffs.
Dallas Cowboys
How do you
and the
protect him
49ers.
from Michael Parsons? Then on the other side, you got Bosa, you got Armstead. So it's going to be an interesting battle up front. And I think it played out a lot like this game that we're watching right now. It's about physicality. Which team is going to be more physical and dominate in the front line? That'll be the team that'll win the game.
The positive thing for the Cowboys,
Dak got back on track. He didn't have the turnovers. Offense was rolling. They looked like they did early in the season. So should be a great ball game.
Hey, speaking of Dak Prescott, he sat down with Aaron Andrews. We'll have that for you on the pregame show tomorrow. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock Eastern time. But another half to go from Philadelphia. It's 28-0. Eagles on top. If we've seen anything this NFL season, is no lead is safe.
Hey, yeah, I guess.
Coming your way from the city of brotherly love right after this.
Stay tuned. You're going to want to see the miracle come back. That's not going to happen. I'm on record for this one. I was not on record for Vikings, Colts, or Chargers and Jags last week, so I'll go on record here. Yeah, Eagles got this one. So is the Cowboys-49ers rivalry back or what? After all these years of off and on mediocrity between the two teams. Excuse me.
Off 28-0, Philadelphia in front. Well, the Eagles launched a high school girls flag football league with 16 schools, and in the championship game, Lansdale Catholic defeated South Philadelphia to become the first Pennsylvania state champion. Eagles
well,
are to 36 teams throughout Pennsylvania. To find a flag league near you, visit playfootball.com. it's all Eagles, and we've looked at it from the Eagles' perspective. When you look at it from the Giants' perspective, Saquon Barkley's got 7 yards on 4 carries. The receivers that have been so good lately, 3 catches combined. Nothing's gone right.
Nothing. We came on air talking about how good Daniel Jones has been the second half of the season, especially last weekend with getting the ball out on time, getting it out quickly, and if not to a receiver, pulling it down and running and getting some positive yards. This Eagles defense has just taken all of that away. Nobody's getting open. He has nowhere to throw it. They're so good and there's so much speed in that front that he's not able to extend plays and get positive yards. The big thing against Minnesota was your big players, Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, had good games, and they were going to have that happen again here tonight to be competitive. And credit the Philadelphia defense, for really kind of taking this game over. They've got to find a way to block Hassan Reddick here in the second half.
It's the largest halftime lead, 181 head-to-head meetings between these franchises back to the 1930s. Giants will get it to begin the second half as Gary Brightwell turns it across the 25-yard line. Down to the field, here's Christina Pink.
Hey guys, well the first thing Brian Dable said to me when he came out of the locker room at the half, he said, well that was not an ideal half. He said, we letting them go 4 of 4 in the red zone. They're 6 of 7 on third down. He said, they are controlling this game with our running game. We simply just don't have enough plays. He said, we need to tackle better. We need to play better at the line.
Just got to execute better in the second half.
Effort.
And figure out how to not be down by 28 on the road against the best team in the conference, possibly best in the league. And they go to Barkley, powering forward for maybe 4. Actually, they give him about 3.
Yeah, Joe, but they were all business as they went inside the locker room. I was standing outside and I heard the voice of safety, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, just said, don't let that goose egg fool you. We've got a whole lot of work to do. Nick Sirianni agrees with that. He said, treat it like it's 0-0. We cannot take our foot off the gas. Loves the play of Jalen Hurts. He said he's playing with heart and desire. He expects that to continue in the second half.
Like Darrell touched on, you don't have to look too far back for a cautionary tale like last Saturday in Jackson.
Going up top. Underthrown. Slayton definitely had Bradbury beat. Sirianni's fired up. Slayton's got him dead to rights, but had to come back to the ball. Come on, Danny. Danny Dirt. You're down by 28. You need a lot of big plays.
Your receiver, maybe for the first time tonight, you have those 2 things in sync.
Look at fastest guy running free. Jones, who's been on target at a higher rate than any quarterback in the league this year, wasn't there.
Pressure overthrows a wide open James, who could have fought for a first. And the Giants go 3 and out, down by 28. Yawn.
Evan Neal in the hot seat right now. He's struggled in the first half against Hassan Reddick, and now you're bringing a little bit of pressure.
Speaking of yawn, in anticipation of being able to play my PlayStation later, I'm going to charge my controller.
Jamie Gillen, his 4th punt. This was a short one. Fair catch from Covey. And the first Philly drive in the second half. It started at the 32 on the other side of this break.
28 to fucking nothing. I always think of Tree watching the Steelers play the Browns in the playoffs. 27 to fucking nothing. Huh. I scroll my Facebook and I see this bitch. Yes, I'm single, but I'm also currently unavailable. TBH, no one can give me what I need. I have to figure out how to get myself. Nobody asked. I love when somebody thinks that because they're hot that everyone cares about what they think or have to say. When there's guys like me who are just like, don't care. Didn't ask. Sirianni play into the camera earlier. That was funny. No other head coach in the league does that. Man definitely belongs in Philly. Score another one, Philly. Let's just see this get completely fucking out of hand. I want to see the most one-sided playoff game in NFL history at this point.
I mean, the great thing about the Philadelphia offensive line is they're staying on their feet. They're not getting on the ground, and they just continue to push. And Miles Sanders will get in there behind him and just, he gets those ugly yards like he did right there. Gets you into the 2nd and 7. You know, it's 3 positive yards when there was really nothing there.
I'd get Lane Johnson out of this game as early as possible. They score another touchdown, I'm taking him out. I'm at least going to start taking him out. Thibodeau breaking up that play, giving his fellas a chance to make a play. Took him several attempts. Come on, Eagles. Don't go into fucking neutral here. Push the ball down the field. Light that scoreboard up. I want to hear that they've run out of fireworks to celebrate touchdowns.
They said he came back this year a different guy. He's as strong and as healthy as he's been. And mentally, with that free agency movement, he's looked like he's on a mission.
Yeah, how about that? Your quarterback and your featured running back both come back to Philadelphia and have shown the entire staff and their teammates that they had a phenomenal offseason. Just elevated their opportunities coming into the year.
They're down in long. Pressure coming out of the secondary.
What a fucking dot. But Devontae Smith dropped it. Damn, son, really?
Oh, that's a shame because this is a heck of a job by Jalen Hurts just getting that ball out.
Couldn't have thrown that any better. Great, now the Giants get the ball back and we get another long commercial followed by another quick 3 and out, another commercial, instead of watching the Eagles run the scoreboard up.
Only the 2nd time today.
Ooh.
Almost got there. Kern gets it away.
Oh boy. Shouldn't have done that. Well, 28-0.
What's up, Einstein?
My network.
This game's making me sleepy. Need another nap. Barry with the zinger 18 minutes ago said, I have no idea how Rob Gronkowski graduated from middle school.
Sponsored by Chase Sapphire.
We march on into the night in Philly. This incredibly one-sided affair.
Philadelphia, home field advantage for these Eagles. Taking full advantage of it. The city gets so into its
Child abuse. Kid with Eagles stuff on. Not because of the team, but because of the fellow fans he'll grow up around. There's Barkley for a gain of 5. So they can say they didn't waste him today.
But Matt Breida in the backfield with Saquon Barkley, and maybe that's something that can get this jump started a little bit. Very dynamic, has the ability to break away for the long runs. So just trying something new here in the second half. Nothing really worked well for you in the first half.
Barkley again.
And a 4, 3rd and 1. Down by 28. Time to really settle in here and run the ball and drain a lot of clock, right, Giants?
This season, that was Sam Reddick. 3-year contract that he signed with the Eagles. Second in the NFL.
Daniel Jones is 6 of 12 for 57 yards and an interception. Barkley has 7 carries for 19. Breida is the leading receiver with 1 catch for 19 yards.
And when he went out to Arizona, they played him at inside linebacker. He'd never played inside linebacker before.
Ooh, big run by Barkley here. Oh, man, it's a race. Tripped up at the 40 by Epps. I thought Barkley could have taken that one all the way. Good job by Epps staying with him. There you go. Barkley's got a pretty good looking stat line now.
Edwards kind of guessing right here, comes in this way, and we've got a gap that's vacated. Look at that opening right there, and then a bad
How did Epps stay with Barkley? That's incredible.
A guy that has an opportunity to get a tackle on Saquon Barkley, but just took a poor angle.
Rear play run in Eagles territory.
My God, they're on the Eagles side of the field. Breida for 8. Running their way back into this, maybe.
And it's just one play at a time, one series at a time. You can't start chasing the 28. You've got to do it play by play, series by series, fight to get back in here, because it's exactly what Coach Dable said. It has to be all 3 phases working together, and you're going to have to steal some possessions here in the second half to afford you the time to get back into it.
We've been a good comeback team this year. Nothing quite like this, though.
Screen to James. First down, just enough.
By Bradbury. He's got enough for a first down. It's a Giants team that, look, 5 straight losing seasons. They were 4-13 last year. Joe Judge let go. Brian Daboll's brought in really just to restore some respect to this team. Not only does he do that, he gets them to the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, and then proceeds to win a playoff game for the first time in 11 years. And so at this point, this looks like a massive flop in this game. This overall this year, a clear success.
Unbelievable what he was able to accomplish in year 1. And he did
Play clock running down on the team down by 28, and they got to take a timeout. They're fucked.
To help out. You
Jesus Christ.
You couldn't go on a
Need every fucking timeout you can possibly have. They're as good as gold when you're down by 28.
Around the Giants talks about having shifted the culture. It's a guy who's won a lot wherever he's gone. 5-time Super Bowl champion as an assistant with the Patriots all those years. Then he goes for 1 year in college with Jalen Hurts, by the way, at Alabama as the coordinator for the Tide. Won a championship there. Helped Josh Allen blossom into what he's become. 1 division titles there. game last week against Minnesota. This is some of the guys that he's worked with throughout his career. They're hoping that Daniel Jones can benefit like a lot of these other guys have.
And let's just take Josh Allen, for instance. This season, Josh Allen led the league in turnovers and interceptions. The first year that Brian Dable is gone. What has Daniel Jones done? Dramatically improved his turnovers and his interceptions. So just the daily reminders of what's important. And that is number one in the NFL. The turnover margin is still the clearest indicator of who has the possibility to win the game.
And so is Daniel Jones going to be the guy moving forward? So
back to the run.
Barkley gets it again.
Had to call a timeout to call a 3-yard run. Damn, Fletcher Cox.
A lot of people think that he's made himself a lot of money over these last couple of games. Just 38 points against Indy, the 31 points, and he played really well against Minnesota. There's still a faction of people, though, that think there's enough there over 3+ years in the NFL that gives you pause.
Well, it goes back to, you know, what John Mara said, and we have just messed it up for this young man in as many ways as we possibly can. So when you go back and look at those 3 years, is that fair? I think you start to see the potential with him here this season, but I'd like to see it again for another
Clean
year.
pocket. Ooh, there's a hospital ball there, but James spins and makes a nice catch.
So you might notice all 3 timeouts for the Giants still there. Dean, it looked like they had called a timeout, but it was given back to him.
Yeah, they moved the ball and it got late in the play clock, so they decided.
So they gave the Giants their timeout back because of an administrative error.
Graphics part department plug safe. Right? They're down to 1 here.
Good to know. I was I'm glad they explained that, or I'd have been really confused later on in the game. Because I would have looked up and go, how do they have 3? Didn't they use 1? I like this play call, but it's... Jones had to improvise.
I think that a lot of Giants fans, given what they've seen the last couple of weeks, for good reason, would like to see another year together, another year of him and Brian Dable.
Absolutely. Can you take that next step? And here's something, you know, just down the stretch late in the year, I've really liked the ball handling, the play action. They've pushed the envelope a little bit. And you know, Mike McCaffrey even told us, you know, we're not doing, you know, we're a different offense now than we were earlier in the year. We built the trust. You know, we start to understand the details of this offense more, so we're able to do some different things.
First down and 10. Jones and the Giants looking for the end zone.
Hey, nice play. 1st and goal. Quietly, a very good drive. Burning a lot of clock, though. Getting late in the day early. The dude in the Lawrence Taylor jersey looked like he was grabbing his jacket to leave, even though his team's finally in the red zone.
James was assigned to be the punt returner. Darius Slayton, who didn't have a catch until week 4. Isaiah Hodgins, who wasn't even on the team until November. We're finally giving him a respectable wide receiver group over the last month.
Now Jones motions out the receiver. They snap it to Barkley. Wow, Breida takes it in. Touchdown. The cameraman and half the defense went after Barkley. So a touchdown. Now the bad news is their defense has to make a stop as well.
There's Daniel Jones. He's going to motion out. You're going to go Wildcat, and now you're just going to do the little zone read right there. Great job by Saquon Barkley getting the handoff there because he wasn't going anywhere with that football.
You don't figure Barkley and Breida have worked on their mesh point too many times. They worked okay there. The extra point coming from
28-7. Well, we've seen bigger comebacks with about 20 minutes in a game left before, so, you know. Still going to take a Herculean effort by that Giants defense. They got lucky on the last drive that Devontae Smith dropped that pass. God, that Chipotle commercial. commercial looks so good. Somebody order me some food, man. I'm hungry. I'm fucking hungry, boss. That's a pretty stressful commercial where the guy thinks he killed his buddy's lizard. Kind of reminds me of the day my dumbass neighbor comes running over here, knocking on our door in the morning, saying, "It's dead. It's dead." Well, what's dead? This cat. It's dead. It's dead. And I'm like, oh shit, is it one of mine? No, it was some stray cat that died in like the yard next to us. And I'm like, well, that's fucking sad, but thank you for stressing me out and making me think that my cat was dead, you fucking moron. How about you just come over here and say, hey, this stray cat I've not seen before is dead. Like, instead of making me think one of mine's gone. Fucking moron.
If you need a vacation, why not take Terry's? Fox Super 6 is giving you a free chance to win Terry's.
It was some stray cat I'd never seen before.
Simply get the free Super 6 app on your phone and enter your 6 predictions for tomorrow's game for a chance at $50,000. And you can opt into the vacation giveaway sweepstakes. Matt Breida's touchdown has the Giants on the scoreboard at 28-7.
Now you need a pick six or a scoop and score or something. Make a play.
6:15 to go in this third quarter. Win moves on to the NFC Championship game. The Eagles to begin at the 25-yard line. We've talked plenty about Jalen Hurts tonight. Massive improvements. You look at his first 2 seasons, and really last year they cut him loose on the ground. That allowed them to get into the playoffs. But this year, the way he's grown as a passer, really impressive.
And the biggest thing you always talk about is the ability to win from the pocket. And that's where the strides happen in the offseason. And Coach Sirianni told him when he first came back in and he started to see him throw and complimented him on all that work. And if you continue to work that hard, you could put yourself into the MVP conversation. And that's exactly what he was able to do. But a huge amount of credit to him for doing it on his own, away from the facility in the offseason, and then coming back to hit the ground running.
Wide open Dallas Goedert. Yeah, this Giants defense is going to kind of kill this Eagles comeback, or the Giants comeback run.
It's 23 yards this time.
Yeah, he's just really having a night tonight. And watch, he's going to go down inside. And when he breaks back outside, there's nobody there. You know, Xavier McKinney is going to be late coming over the top. So finding some really big soft spots in that coverage down the field.
And there's Jalen Hurts. He lost 9 of his first 13 starts, and it's not that long ago, like a year plus ago, where we all figured him out. We knew that he wasn't going to be the guy, right? Philly was talking about who's the next quarterback going to be. Here comes Boston Scott.
And Boston Scott, gain of 9. Now the Eagles are getting back on track.
In the NFL right now, that you gotta wait, you gotta see. You can't figure out right away if a guy's got it or not.
You probably learn a lot of lessons through your college experience. You know, that was tough going from Alabama to Oklahoma. So, some hard lessons learned there and just being patient. But the biggest thing, you can control one thing, and that's your effort and your preparation, and what you can do to get ready for that next season. And just rave reviews about how he attacked it leading into 2022.
And a first down.
Jalen Hurts is the son of a high school coach, played for his dad. He said that's where all those leadership abilities, hard-working nature that you hear about come from watching that within football his whole life. And when he got here to Philadelphia, even before he ever played a snap, he was standing out to people around the building because of qualities like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's things that have been ingrained in him since he was young, and mentally tough. That's the one thing you hear everybody talk about him, and just that natural leadership quality that you don't have to get people to follow you. You just be you, and the way you carry yourself, they'll fall in line, and he's got that.
Walks that line beautifully. It's confident without being arrogant. Quiet confidence.
Oh, strip sack, strip sack. Eagles recover. There's a chance for the Giants. Looks like the Eagles do have it.
Giants finally getting home, bringing some pressure.
Xavier McKinney coming off the edge. Goes right by Jake Stoll and gets the fumble, causes the fumble, and that's what you have to have, right? You've got to have all
right, you got to steal a possession here.
On special teams. Can defense create an opportunity for us to get a possession back with an interception, with a forced fumble? And there's an opportunity right there that they just couldn't finish out.
They didn't come up with it.
No shot. Eagles don't turn the ball over, but that was one of the things down the stretch that deserted them. They turned it over a bunch over the back half of the year. Second long, quick throw
Screen, Devontae Smith catches it falling down, 3rd and 17.
Shot out of a cannon coming at him.
Okay, Giants. Make a stop, drive down and score. You're still in this. 3rd and 17. You can get off the field here. Got the Eagles backtracking here on the last 2 plays.
Got that quick solution on that screen to the outside. You had Kayvon Thibodeau down over the nose last time, using his speed now going down inside.
Be a fun player to watch develop as his career goes on. 5th overall pick. It's been fun to watch him develop here in his first year. On 3rd and 17, they rush 4. The crosser Smith. Darnay Holmes helps Julian Love get him out of bounds, and it's 4th down.
Right on the cusp of field goal range. Or they'll stay on the field. 4th and 8. Could be the same decision the Giants made in the first half that really set them on this path. Oh, they're going to punt. Okay. Sure you don't want to try that field goal? Yeah, 57-yarder. As it is pretty cold. Don't move, Giants. They're trying to get you to jump so they can get an easy. They're not going to run this play. They are not going to run this play. They are not going to run this play. Do not move. No, do not move. Do not move. They will not run this ball. They're going to take a delay a game and then punt. They are not doing a fucking thing. Yeah, don't fall for that shit. The team with the 3 touchdown lead's not going to do something that stupid. This ain't Indianapolis, you know.
Crossing 5 yards. Way down before they ran out the way again, and now Kern resume will actually punt it.
You think Reed Blankenship was excited to do the
quarterback Lawrence? yeah, against Lawrence now. Right? He's excited for the rest of it. Like, watch me.
Ooh. Giants have been getting a little pressure on these punts. Good punt by the Eagles. Pins them at the 7.
In December, so the Giants with a little bit of life. Touchdown on their last drive. Now they get the ball back to Daniel Jones. Bag.
Shut up. Be right back. Wait, Jonah Hill's in a movie with Eddie Murphy? That might be worth watching. 49ers going to wear the throwbacks tomorrow or what? I need to find that out. Long field for the Giants.
Apple Music Super Bowl 57 halftime show, February 12th on Fox. Here in the divisional round, it's 28-7 Philadelphia. Number 1 seed trying to end the number 6 seed Giants run. From the 7-yard line, Saquon Barkley takes the fifth.
Daniel Jones on a keep. Gets a few yards. Giants somehow still managing to stay run heavy and creep and crawl and try to wrestle back into this.
An opportunity in that last defensive series with the ball on the ground to get a really good start with that drive out near midfield. So you got to go a little bit longer, but it's just
abuse whatever you have that works.
I mean, you just can't start out the way that they did, and you can't play from behind against a team as talented as Philadelphia.
2nd and 5, Jones goes short. Slay stops Slayton.
Slayton tackled by Slay.
Sweet. Darius Slay, who is in his 3rd year in Philadelphia.
3rd and maybe a yard and a half.
There's been a bunch of that throughout his career. But the other thing for Darius Slay this year is he's a captain for the first time. Not many guys doing something this year for the Eagles that sets this year apart from all the others.
It's going to be a quarterback sneak to get the easy first down to end the quarter. Still time left. Still have their timeouts. You never know. Damn it. They're playing Metallica. I won't get copyright claim for Metallica. Their shit usually doesn't get claimed. They own their shit and don't mind it getting shared around, which, boy, that's ironic considering, Napster. I'd give anything to see Philly be the team that blows the big lead and loses. Fourth quarter. Can the Giants do the impossible? Probably not. But we're going to watch and find out.
you weren't supposed to be able to tailgate for this game until 4 p.m. Well, they just bought tickets to the lacrosse game and got the party started early.
Oh, man, I want to go to a lacrosse game.
Divisional game out there. Fourth quarter begins with Daniel Jones checking it down to
There's Saquon Barkley. Oh, oh, God. Gardner Johnson, what happened? Saquon plowed through his ass.
That was one of the plays that was kind of a staple in that Minnesota game last week. You know, they run a little bit of that mesh.
Really glad Saquon's still getting his touches.
Saquon Barkley outside and C.J. Gardner Johnson
making the most of his time in the playoffs.
Of Saquon Barkley.
Screen. And the fast James gets 9 yards. Come on, Giants. No huddle, tempo, rest of the game. You know what you've got to do. They managed to get the recorder without giving up a single point to Philly. Really sucks the Giants blew their first possession of the third quarter. Or they'd really be in business now. Man, Jones just running, buying time, got to have it. You got to throw that away, man. That was the most unnecessary sack I've ever seen, and the announcers aren't even talking about it.
875 yards, only 3 touchdowns, and a completely different cast of characters when Isaiah Hodgins comes in, corresponding with it. He arrives. They've doubled the yardage since that point. Hodgins has been the biggest reason why, although today just 1 catch, 3 yards. Third down and 6. Jones wants Slayton. It's
low and incomplete. Waste. Go for it. Please.
The numbers for those receivers today. James, 6 catches. Nobody else with more than 1. How about this? Giants actually going to punt here.
They're going to punt? Okay. Have it your way.
Wondering if there were going to be enough possessions in the half for them to get it just the way that Philadelphia can control the football. So I agree. If you're going to go for it 4th down in the first half when they were out this way, took the sack and
yeah,
possession near midfield.
This is kind of weak.
Do it now. Son Reddick, who's been all over on defense, almost got there on punt block. And the Giants came in here feeling so good about themselves, thinking they could keep this run going.
That was so lame.
Nothing but ejection tonight. Philly's throwing water all over the fire they brought in.
What fire?
Divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax continue to
Tomorrow, red versus metallic blue at 6:30.
49ers at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. What do you think, Moose?
Put me on the spot. Well, we've had an opportunity to see San Francisco. It was funny last week. We kind of talked about them maybe taking over from Philadelphia as the top team, the tough team to beat in the NFC playoff bracket.
Oh, look, the Giants still can't stop the run.
Inconsistent. The way they finished the year in Washington and the way they played last Monday night, you never know what Dallas team you're going to get. But if the good Dallas team rolls out, I think it's going to be the best game of the playoffs so far.
Sanders with another first down run. They're trying to get to the NFC Championship game for the first time since you were in that neck hole, paving the way for Emmett. It's been since 1995 since they even made the championship game.
Dak Prescott had a rushing touchdown last Monday night. It was the first rushing touchdown on the road in a playoff game since I scored in '92.
Wow.
If I'm holding a rushing touchdown record for the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs, you know it has been some lean years.
Yeah, what you said about it, it looked like maybe
That's a stat for you.
Taking the mantle as
Hashtag stat that.
The Eagles, it had been a while since they'd looked like that team. They started 13-1. Everybody agreed they were that team. Then they lose to a 3. And, of course, it was because of the injuries. You didn't know what those injured players were going to look like coming back. It feels like they've made quite a statement tonight.
Much different than Week 18 against the Giants, because it wasn't just Jalen Hurts that night getting in and knocking the rust off and testing that injury out and seeing how it was going to work. It was all over. It was on the defensive side of the ball. It was in the offensive line. They just looked out of sync that night. So this is a big plus for them to come out and play like this, because as we talked about it, Jalen Hurts, yeah, we don't have limitations on him. Okay, fine, you don't. But he's still not 100%. But you've seen him play so much differently tonight than he did in Week 18, and it's all about the run game. That's what separates him and makes this offense so dangerous, is when that quarterback run is viable with Jalen Hurts.
Only 30 yards tonight, but it was clear from the start that he was a threat again to do that.
They've run the ball so well. Hurts doesn't even have 150 passing yards. He's been making Thibodeau look foolish on the edge all night long whenever he keeps the ball.
Yeah, and the big thing here is, again, it's the situational thing, right? It's third down. It's red zone. And we've seen his impact in both of those scenarios. And just a great job. You see right there. Look at him put the ground and just get vertical. You got inside cape on Thibodeau. He's very athletic for his size, and it shows you how athletic Jalen Hurts is there. But that's the area that is going to be critical. Third down, red zone. That's where the threat of Jalen Hurts running the ball is really magnified.
Among the many things they've set records on this year, this is the best third down Eagles team in franchise history. 46% of the year on third down for a team that had some nice expectations coming in. Nobody really saw this coming, though. 13-1 to open the season. Best record in the NFL, the best turnover ratio in the NFL. They were almost perfectly healthy. Those injuries we've detailed, they started turning the ball over much more than they had early in the year, raising the concerns coming into the postseason. But it's almost like you can just rip this page off of this element here and forget about it. They're back to being the Eagles for most of this season. A.J. Brown.
Good catch, A.J. Brown. 3rd and 3.
More on these Eagles down to Pam.
Yeah, Joe, the time we spent with the Eagles, they are big on a couple of things, being in the moment, following their process. That means they'll practice hard, go through walkthroughs with intensity, meetings will be held with a purpose. It's very almost zen-like, but Nick Sirianni, he often refers back to last season, starting 2-5, and having to make a slow and steady climb. It was a successful season. Don't look at the top of the mountain, take it one step at a time. Not that kind of adversity this year, as we know, but they do hold true to their foundation.
Yeah, last year, Pam, they won 7 of their last 10 to sneak in as the last team. They lost to Tampa Bay in the wild card round.
And a big run for Gainwell. It's hilarious how fucking easy they make this look.
38 yards.
Yeah, and it's Lane Johnson, and you know, the guy that's critical when you talk about the success of the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, Jalen Hurts, but also Lane Johnson. That's just a stonewall right there against Azeez Ojulari. And there's a double down. Isaac Seumalo climbing to the next level. So just when they want to get down and dirty with you in the run game, we've talked about the impact that Jalen Hurts makes on the run game. But these guys, they can get messy with you if they need to.
Yeah, what a great testament to how good the O-line is.
I bet it's a run. Delay of game. All that for what would have been a run play.
It is a delay.
For those of you who still give a shit, yeah, that was delay of game.
Next-gen stats, powered by AWS. Taking a closer look at the offensive line. Just 3 pressures allowed tonight. Hurts has gotten rid of the ball quickly, but he's had time to do whatever he's wanted.
Yeah, we continue to talk about, you know, the run blocking that they do, but obviously right there, great at pass protection as well. And you know, Brian Dable said this game is going to be worn down inside, and it's going to be interesting to see how our D-line matches up with that great Eagles offensive line. And you know, we were excited to see, you know, the Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence pairing for the first time against that center guard area, and Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelsey, Isaac Seumalo, they've done a tremendous job inside holding down those two big tackles.
Who do you think the Eagles would prefer to see next weekend?
I think the Eagles would rather see Dallas next week. Familiarity. 49ers, they haven't played them. I think the 49ers are just a brutally tough matchup all around for anyone right now. Inexperienced quarterback or not, Hurts going to drop and throw here and go up top. He's got it. Oh, overthrows A.J. Brown, who was open.
That's a good sign there for the Eagles, because
A.J.
Brown would have had a touchdown there.
Yeah, and gets by Adoree Jackson. And just, you know, just little things, right? I mean, Adoree Jackson was unbelievable last week in that game against Minnesota.
Been waiting for that big deep throw tonight from Hurts. Haven't really seen one since early in the game.
This afternoon or this evening, and you know, these Eagles wide receivers have had a nice day.
Gonna take a short completion here to try a field goal, I figure. Unless he wants to lob it up again. They run it. And it pops open right up the middle for a first down. Second, third effort. A little help from his line. First down. 3rd and 12. They run it and get it.
Wanted to be the next Donovan McNabb or Michael Vick, but he's making a pretty darn good Eagles running back.
He might have gotten lost behind Jordan Mailata. Watch Big 68 come around. And Kenneth Gainwell gets in behind him. Hard to see him back there. Jordan Mailata doesn't even know who to block.
It's a good problem to have. Gainwell 6 carries, 53 yards. Put it all together, the Eagles now over 200 yards on the ground today. Try Gainwell again.
Adding to it. Another first down. They're running the clock right out of this game. We're down to 6.5 minutes. Gee, you still think punting was a good idea in New York? Well, I'm sorry, New Jersey. Don't want to offend people who actually live in New York.
Players in the country at Memphis. I mean, they drafted him in the 5th round last season. Had a nice rookie year. And this year, Miles Sanders has carried more of the load, so the role's been diminished. It just shows you how stacked they are. Because, like, oh yeah, you forget Kenneth Gainwell's their 2nd or 3rd running back, and he's capable of doing this. Up to 13. Smith. From Pascal. Tackle from McKinney. There's a flag down. Been too many of those tonight.
Gonna be on the, yeah, Eagles. I knew it. Lane Johnson too far down the field.
5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
You get Lane Johnson here.
And it's tough in these plays where it's that RPO, and you know, you're worried about getting downfield. Yeah, he's definitely downfield. And he can't hide. No, that guy's not hiding mine anymore.
Not 6'6", 325. 7 minutes off of the clock here. Something they've consistently done this year with the leads in the fourth quarter. Run the ball well to run that clock down. Gainwell stopped by
Oh my God, there was somebody there to tackle Gainwell.
So I know you've seen Dallas maybe who they want.
Timeout Giants.
Okay, what coverage do I want to face? What rivalry do I want to face? How about matchup-wise? They played
5.5 to go. Drag it out a little bit. You know it's over.
Without Jalen Hurts in the loss against Dallas. How about a matchup against San Francisco? Timeout's taken here. I'm going to give you a second to think about this. We're going to take a break. 28-7 game. Daryl's like, thanks. let me put my thoughts together. Back to Philly in a moment.
Yeah, Taco Bell commercials are gross. I mean, the food looks good, but close up of people's mouths while they eat, no thanks.
Let's go, Philly fans. It's playoff football. Show them what you got.
Shut up. Look at that Giants fan with the red mullet. That is a thick, curly red mullet.
Knows a little something about how much this city will love you. Perform this time of year in the postseason. And it's Gainwell again here on second down. Gets a few.
The Giants take their second timeout.
This is one of the things that I've been impressed with Philadelphia's offense this season. You know, we talk about the dynamic ability and the big play potential that they have throughout.
Crowd boos.
This is a lost art, in my opinion. You know, when you're in a game and you can go out on the field as an offense and take that football and never allow your opponent to get back on the field. And as you pointed out, Joe, this drive here, it's just destroying the clock here in the fourth quarter. So this is another area that sometimes you forget about Philly having this ability.
As a blocker, whether that's you as a fullback, offensive lineman, you live for this kind of
Oh, there's nothing better because you know that defense is doing everything they possibly can to stop you, to get the ball back for their offense, and they can't. And it's the most debilitating thing for a defense when they cannot stop you as an offense running the football and grinding the clock.
Even though they know that's what's coming. Third down and 9. That was almost 8 minutes long. Hurts in a quick roll. Jalen Hurts lets it go to the corner of the end zone.
Nearly intercepted.
Julian Love to cover John Smith.
Spares the Giants their last timeout. Take a field goal, go up 31-7.
20 to go. for him this season, 20 out of 23. 5 field goals against New York, week 18. Chip shot here.
31-7 with 5:16 to go.
12 to 12. 31-7, 5:16 to go.
Still hanging out. Why, I have no idea. It's fucking hot in here, too. It's hot in here and I'm hungry.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax. All Eagles tonight, 31-7 they lead. 5:16 away from a trip to the NFC Championship game. And the NFC divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax continue tomorrow. Dak and the Cowboys renewing their rivalry with the 49ers. And also much AFC action to complete that side of the bracket. The Bengals taking on the Bills, and they will all lead the Super Bowl in Arizona on Fox. Here, Brightwell going to bring it out of the end zone. Brightwell got tackled by Kevon Wallace. A few moments ago, Nick Sirianni over to A.J. Brown. His frustration, or if Sirianni noticed any of him getting up slowly and just checking in on him. We've seen a little frustration from A.J. Brown. He's got to wear his emotions on his sleeve. He probably didn't get enough credit.
Daniel Jones with a whopping 109 yards.
Well, you showed that graphic earlier when you had the trio of performances, and I think that really the addition of A.J. Brown really helps that. You know, you've got Miles Sanders, you've got Devontae Smith, but then you add that guy to the mix, and, you know, I think Nick Sirianni probably had an idea of what Jalen Hurts could do this year after watching him and all the work he put in on the offseason. So that just is kind of that spark, that first spark that sets that fire, and you start to see the potential. There's nothing better than watching all the pieces of your team start to fall into place exactly the way you hope they would.
Jones has a wide open Richie.
Oh my God, that was the easiest touchdown. Not that it would matter at this point, but god damn. Wide open. Could have used that about an hour ago.
And you just can't connect. I mean, this is so the complete opposite of
That's a
what we
touchdown.
saw
Jesus Christ.
last week. And that's Richie James. You got to
James, you got to make the catch.
That's not overthrown by Daniel Jones. That's right there, and exactly.
Hey, there's that Giants fan everybody knows.
Same thing right now. You know, you just got to make that play, and when you're playing a team that's as talented as Philly,
He's like their version of Fireman Ed, the dude with the blonde hair.
take advantage of every opportunity that it presents itself during the game.
Oh, Jesus fucking wept. Daniel Jones got destroyed. Never saw it coming. Lineman recovers the fumble. It's 4th down.
All right, now remember in the beginning, we talked about Daniel Jones.
That hit alone was worth sticking around for. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And that is why he has gotten better, because the ball comes out quick. He doesn't have this type of play that much anymore. I mean, that clock is not only going off in your head, there should be so many alarms that, okay, these guys are really, really good. They've got 70 sacks this year. Somebody, one of the 5, is coming up behind me right now.
4th down, 16. Here's a throw right to the 6, and it's Marcus Johnson. His first catch of the day, his first target. And they pick up enough on a gain of 18. So Daniel Jones today has not been able to follow up that performance against the Vikings with a similar one. He's 13 out of 22, 126. No touchdowns, 1 pick. 1st and 10 here. Finds the pocket. And Brandon Graham. Resurgent year for him. The torn Achilles last year, missed almost the full season, and in his 13th year, he set a new career high with 11 sacks.
When you have 4 guys that have 10-plus sacks in your defensive line, that means they're relentless. They just never stop. He gets, chipped. He's on the ground. He pops back up. It's a relentless pursuit to the quarterback.
He's on him again. This time Jones gets rid of it to the rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger. Nice tackle there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. 5 sacks for Graham and the Eagles today. They sacked the Giants 7 times in that Week 14 matchup. On 3rd and 8.
Damn near picked.
Knocked it away from Richie James. Under 3 to go. Another 4th down here for the Giants.
This is the job that Howie Roseman and the front office has done for this team. You mentioned being able to go out and get C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but right now, late in the game, and
sorry, Norman Bates, your season's about over.
Dominican Sue, who's out there on the field, fresh, getting ready to rush the quarterback. That's how deep the rotation they've created in this defensive line.
On 4th down, Jones delivers in.
Damn, nearly picked. It's incomplete. Turnover on downs.
The Eagles will get it anyways. They got a 2-day span back in November as they're dealing with some injuries inside. Sue and Linval Joseph, both 13-year veterans. And just complimenting what they already had built here. Nick Sirianni and the Eagles going to cruise into the NFC Championship game to take on either the Cowboys or the 49ers right back in this cauldron in Philadelphia next weekend.
They called it a cauldron.
What a smart play by Reed Blankenship right there, not to intercept that ball so we could get all that yardage.
That's right.
Very heads up.
Yeah. Howie Roseman's made his way down to the field to enjoy the celebration here. All right, I'm not going to let you off of the hook. You've got plenty of time to think about it. So we know what head-to-head it looks like against the
Backups in for the
Cowboys.
Eagles, which makes perfect
Against
sense.
the 49ers. If it's the 49ers, they're going to be facing a team that's won 12 games in a row.
A team that you and I both thought last weekend kind of took the mantle from Philadelphia as the team to beat in the NFC. They have a tremendous
When this hits the
amount of
2-minute
players.
warning,
They
I'm
have
going to go
an
ahead
offensive
and
line that's
stop
gotten
it
really,
here.
really good during the course of the year. The same thing started.
Should have stopped it way earlier.
Uncertainty for the San
I hung
Francisco
around, I
49ers,
guess.
But that group has grown together all season long. Driven by their defense, just like Philadelphia is. It would be an epic matchup. And when you talk about going back and forth between the two teams in the NFC that you think are the top, I think everybody looks at Philly and San Francisco. They are the 1 and 2 seeds.
Good night, everybody. Let's hope for better things tomorrow.